Valentines break hearts and minds at random. That old Easter egg ain't got a leg to stand on. Well, I can see that you can't win for trying. And New Year's Eve is bound to leave you crying. Come on home. Come on home. No, you don't have to be alone. Just come on home. The story behind this song was I had been singing, I wouldn't say professionally, but I got a quarter a person. And I was singing this little folk club in Chicago, and I'd been there 4 Thursdays in a row. And I was driving down to the show, and I thought, well, the same people are going to be there, so I thought, I bet they want to hear a new song. So I wrote this in the car on the way to the show. And I got there, and I took the same guitar. It was a lot newer then. I took it out of the trunk, and I went into the club, and I took the guitar in the men's room. I stood in front of the mirror, and I thought, I can't play this song because I've come up with a melody while I was driving. I said, it sounds like a jazz melody. And I played the song for the first time in front of the mirror there. It was the same 3 chords I always played. All the snow has turned to water. Christmas days have come and gone. Broken toys and faded colors are all that's left to linger on. I hate graveyards and old pawn shops, for they always bring me tears.
Dear Abby, my feet are too long. My hair's falling out, my rights are all wrong. My friends, they all tell me that I'm no friends at all. Won't you write me a letter? Won't you give me a call? Signed, Bewildered. Bewildered, bewildered, you have no complaint. You are what you are, and you ain't what you ain't. So listen up, Buster, listen up good. Stop wishing for bad luck and knocking on wood.
We made love in every way love can be made. And we made time look like time could never fade. Friday night, we both made a guitar hum. Saturday made Sunday feel like it would never come. Soul to soul, heart to heart, and cheek to cheek. But come on, baby, give me a kiss that'll last all week. The thought of you leaving again brings me down. The promise of your sweet love brings me around. Gonna be a long Monday, sitting all alone on a mountain by a river that has no end. Gonna be a long Monday, starting like the tick of a clock that's come unwound again. I can hear the wheels of the automobiles so far away, just moving along through the drifting snow. It's times like these when the temperatures freeze, I sit alone, just looking at the world through a storm window. Down on the beach, the Sandman sleeps. Time don't fly, it bounds and leaps. And the country band that plays for keeps, they play it so slow. Don't let your baby down. Don't let your baby down. Don't let your baby down. Last time I checked my bankroll, it was getting thin. Sometimes it seems like the bottom is the only place I've been. I chased a rainbow down a one-way street, dead end, and all my friends turned out to be insurance. But fortunately, it's your turn to sing.
Well, it's a measure of treasure that gives me the pleasure of loving you the way I do. And you know I would gladly say I need your love badly and bring these little things to you. 'Cause you got gold, gold inside of you. You got gold, gold inside of you. Well, I got some gold inside me too. She was a liver-headed dancer on the road to alcohol, and I was just a soldier on my way to Montreal, where she pressed her chest against me about the time the jukebox broke. Yeah, she gave me a peck on the back of the neck, and these are the words she spoke. Blow up your teeth, go away your fight, go to the country, build you a home, plant a little garden, eat a lot of pizza, try and find Jesus on your own. Well, I sat there at the table and I acted real naive. First knew that topless lady had something up her sleeve. Well, she danced around the barroom and she did the hoochie coo. Yeah, she sang her song all night long, telling me what to do.
I ain't got nobody hanging around my doorstep. Ain't got no loose change, just a hanging around my jeans. If you see somebody, would you send them over my way? I could use some help here with a can of pork and beans. I once had a family, but they up and left me with nothing but an 8-track, another side of George Jones. I was in high cotton, just a banging on my 6-string, a kicking at the trash can, walking skin and bone. I could see your back porch if I close my eyes now. I can hear the train tracks through the laundry on the line. I'm thinking it's your business, but you don't got the answer. I'm knocking on your screen door in the summertime. Everybody's out there, climbing on the trees now, swinging in the breeze now, hanging on the vine. I'm dreaming about a sailboat. I don't need a fur coat. Underneath the dashboard, got some sweet potato wine. I can see your back porch if I close my eyes now. I can hear the train tracks through the laundry on the line. I'm thinking it's your business, but you don't got the answer. I'm knocking on your screen door in the summertime. I'm knocking on your screen door in the summertime. I am an old woman named after my mother. My old man is another child that's grown old. If dreams were lightning and thunder were desire, this old house would have burnt down a long time ago. Make me an angel that flash from Montgomery. Make me a poster of an old rodeo. Just give me one thing that I can hold on to believe in this living is just a hard way to go. This one here, I actually wrote it for a movie. I was in a movie last year, I guess it's coming out around Christmas, and me and Billy Bob Thornton play brothers in it, and Andy Griffith is our dad. That makes me like Opie's stepbrother. You know? So Billy Bob asked me to write this, or to write a song for the ending of the movie, and I asked him, I said, I don't understand when you write a song for a movie. I said, are you supposed to talk about them or not talk about them? I said, because sometimes I go to movies and a song comes on, it's like your alarm radio went off in your hotel room, I said, what the heck's that song doing in here? So Billy Bob just said, So I just went and wrote this song here, and kind of based it loosely, real loosely, on a couple of characters in the film. It's called In Spite of Ourselves. She don't like her eggs all runny. She thinks that crossing her legs is funny. She looks down her nose at money. She gets it on like the Easter bunny. She's my baby, I'm her honey. I'm never gonna let her go.
Well, he ain't got laid in a month of Sundays. I caught him once and he was sniffing my undies. He ain't real sharp, but he gets things done. Drinks his beer like it's oxygen. But he's my baby, and I'm his honey. I'm never gonna let him go.
In spite of ourselves, we'll end up a-sitting on a rainbow. Against all odds, honey, we're the big door prize. We're gonna spike our noses right off of our faces. There won't be nothing but big old hearts dancing in our eyes.
By his fans, who are still grieving his loss. Prine's friends have all come out for him. Bonnie Raitt is performing his classic Angel from Montgomery. Casey Musgraves is playing a song she wrote in homage to Prine. And Jason Isbell is singing another Prine standard, Hello in There.
Well, it's been years since the kids have grown a life of their own and left us alone. John and Linda live in Omaha, and Joe is somewhere on the road. And we lost Davy in the Korean War, and I still don't know what for. It don't matter anymore. You know that old trees just grow stronger, and old rivers grow wilder every day. Old people just grow lonesome, waiting for someone to say hello in there, hello. So if you're out walking down the street sometime and spot some hollow ancient ass, well, please don't just pass them by and stare as if you didn't care. Say hello in there, hello.
Prine never sought the limelight, but at 73 he'd been in the midst of a remarkable renaissance. He'd sold out Radio City Music Hall, been inducted into the Songwriters Hall of Fame.
There is no better feeling in the world than having a killer song in your pocket and you're the only one in the world that's heard it. It's a really great feeling.
And earned a Lifetime Achievement Grammy. On CBS Sunday Morning in 2018, I asked him,
Are you enjoying this resurgence?
It took some of them 45 years to get the joke.
I got kicked off a door night. I turned my cheek to uncanny mouth. And there was two of everything but one of me. And when the rains came tumbling down, I held my breath and I stood my ground. And I watched that ship go sailing out to sea. Take it back, take it back. Oh no, you can't say that. Oh my friend, going jail, back down to stone, the black wind still moans. Sweet revenge, without fame.
When the grandkids all are grown and they put you in a home, and eternity is approaching fast. Yeah, you're half out of your head, and you probably pissed the bed, and you can't see a thing to save your ass. When far across across the prairie, in the local cemetery. They already got your name carved out in stone. When all them nurses say, Grandpa, why you walk that way? Just blame it on that old crazy bone. Yeah, blame it on that old crazy bone.
Crazy bone,
Crazy bone.
crazy bone.
And everybody in that old folks' home, if they knew what you were thinking, they'd run you out of Lincoln. Just blame it on that old crazy bone. I've been down this road before. I remember every tree, every single blade of grass holds a special place for me. And I remember every town and every hotel room and every song I ever sang on a guitar out of tune. When my father died on the porch outside on an August afternoon, I sipped bourbon and cried with a friend by the light of the moon. So it's hurry, hurry, step right up. It's a matter of life or death. The sun's going down and the moon is just holding its breath. Mama dear, your boy is here, far across the sea, waiting for that sacred coal that burns inside of me. And I feel a stone all wet and warm, not 10 miles away, approaching my Mexican home. Approaching my Mexican home. Approaching my Mexican home. When I was 14 years old, I walked into our kitchen one night and my oldest brother Dave was playing the guitar for our dad. I didn't know any of my brothers could play a musical instrument. So I just kind of stood there with my jaw dropped, and Dave could see I was just, he totally had my attention. So he told me when he was done, he said, if you really pay attention, I'll show you how to do it. So he taught me 3 chords and gave me a Carter family record. I started writing songs. This song is about a man who, over a long period of time, has developed this very special ability to travel in his mind, particularly when his wife starts going on just a little too long about something he hasn't done. Why must you always quit? I blew it from the beginning. Actually, that's all I had, just a story, no song at all. I know why I couldn't do it. I forgot to mention to you there's absolutely nothing autobiographical about this song. That's a disclaimer my wife made me put in there. Okay, here's the long version.
My dad used to put the radio out here and sit out here with a quart of beer. This is a house I grew up in, located on Maywood's busiest street.
Really?
Right here in Maywood, Illinois. Must spent 20 years here. I guess my first 20 years of my life. We sit out there and listen to that radio, though. I guess that's how I got started with the music I make. You know, I mean, I don't know what kind of music I played if I never listened to the radio. And we played country music most of the time. They played a lot of rock and roll in on JJD too.
Rockabilly.
Rockabilly stuff.
Sure.
Old Elvis and
Jerry Lee.
Johnny Cash. I always figured my music come from somewhere between what come across the radio and somewhere between here and Kentucky. Couldn't have come from Kentucky because I wasn't from there. You know? But we used to go down there as often as we could until the town got tore down by Mr. Peabody.
This song, I was in the Army in 1967, and my father sent me a letter, and he didn't write a whole lot of letters, so it was nice to get a letter from him. He had a newspaper clipping in it. He told me that the coal company had bought up his hometown, Paradise, Kentucky, and they strip mined it and they tore the town down. And I knew my father loved that town because he used to take us, we grew up in Chicago, just outside of Chicago, and he'd drive us down there every summer to Kentucky, and I could see my father become like a child again when he get down there. And you could see how much he loved the place. So I wrote this song for two reasons. First of all, I wanted to put him in the song, so I knew he'd like the song if he was in it. And the second reason is I wanted him to know I was a songwriter. It's called Paradise. When I was a child, my family would travel down to western Kentucky where my parents were born. There's a backwards old town that's often remembered so many times that my memories are worn. And Daddy, won't you take me back to Muhlenberg County, down by the Green River where paradise lay? I'm sorry, my son, but you're too late and asking. Mr. Peabody's coal train just hauled it away. Sometimes we travel right down the Green River to the abandoned old prison down by Adria Hill, where the air smelled like snakes and we shoot with our pistol, but empty pop bottles was all that we killed. Daddy, won't you take me back to Muhlenberg County, down by the Green River where paradise lay? Well, I'm sorry, my son, but you're too late in asking. Mr. Peabody's coal train just hauled it away. And then the coal company came with the world's largest shovel, where they tortured the timber and they stripped all the land. They dug for the coal till the land was forsaken, and then they wrote it all down as the progress of man. And Daddy, won't you take me back to Muhlenberg County, down by the Green River where paradise lay? Well, I'm sorry, my son, but you're too late in asking. Mr. Peabody's coal train just hauled it away. Hey, Kenny, why don't you play one? Now when I died, let my ashes float down the Green River, let my soul roll on up to the Rochester Dam. I'll be halfway to heaven with paradise waiting, just 5 miles away from wherever I am. When I get to heaven, I'm going to shake God's hand, thank Him for more blessings than one man can stand. Then I'm going to get a guitar and start a rock and roll band. Check into a swell hotel. Ain't the afterlife grand? And then I'm going to get a cocktail, vodka and ginger ale. Yeah, I'm going to smoke a cigarette that's 9 miles long. I'm gonna kiss that pretty girl on the tilt-a-whirl, 'cause this old man is going to town. Then as God is my witness, I'm getting back into show business. I'm gonna open up a nightclub called the Tree of Forgiveness and forgive everybody ever done me any harm. Why, I might even invite a few choice critics, those syphilitic parasitics, buy 'em a pint of Smithwick's and smother 'em with my charm. 'Cause then I'm going to get a cocktail, vodka and ginger ale. Yeah, I'm going to smoke a cigarette that's 9 miles long. Yeah, when I get to heaven, I'm going to take that wristwatch off my arm. What are you going to do with time after you bought the farm? And then I'm going to go find my mom and dad. And good old brother Doug, well, I bet him and cousin Jackie are still cutting up a rug. I want to see all my mama's sisters, 'cause that's where all the love starts. I miss them all like crazy. Bless their little hearts. And I always will remember these words my daddy said. He said, "Buddy, when you're dead, you're a dead peckerhead." I hope to prove him wrong, that is, when I get to heaven. Valentines break hearts and minds at random. That old Easter egg ain't got a leg to stand on. Well, I can see that you can't win for trying. And New Year's Eve is bound to leave you crying. Come on home. Come on home. No, you don't have to be alone. Just come on home. Just come on home.
For Best American Roots Performance, the nominees are Black Pumas, Bonnie Light Horseman, Brittany Howard, Nora Jones and Mavis Staples, John Prine.
And the Grammy goes to I Remember Everything, John Prine.
Thank you to the Recording Academy for recognizing John's last recorded song. Pat McLaughlin, co-writer of this beautiful song, We Love You. Dave Cobb and Gina Johnson, thank you for making recording magic happen in our living room in Nashville. Everybody at Oh Boy Records, I love you. Thanks to all our creative partners, to 30 Tigers and Sax & Co. The music community in Nashville and beyond, your love and encouragement has meant the world to us this past year. And to the fans, you span several generations now. Thank you for supporting and continuing to promote John's words and music in the world. Thank you.